I wanted to do a set of videos about UK coinage and different variations amongst that. Some commemorative coins, some are special releases in the standard legal tender. A bit about silver. After all, I am a silver stacker, so that will be in there. To get started soon, on the 28th of March, they're getting rid of the actual round pound 2015. I haven't actually seen any 2016 yet, I don't think. I have £2 over here, £1 here, 50p's. All of these have been found in my pocket. I don't do coin roll hunting or go to the bank and searching for them. A couple of my actual daughters back there that she started collecting. And some of these coins may be worth more than the face value. A lot depends on the rarity and the condition. For instance, that's the standard £2 coin. I did do another video on UK error coins. There are errors about and different variations about. The inscription can be either way up on these coins, so that's not actually classed as an error. So if you see one like that, someone trying to sell it like it's an error, that doesn't really make any difference. There are errors around where the rims and stuff are different or certain writing's blurred, but this is the standard £2 coin, the generic one. So you get those, and then you get ones that have, I don't particularly know what they all are. I haven't checked them up. I maybe should do, but as I said, I'm not looking to really sell many of them at the moment. Just kept this one because it was like brand new, shiny, sparkly condition. My daughter gets one and says, "Dad, I found this." I pull one of these out and swap it. That's that. Anyhow, back to the pound coins. Pound coins obviously change every year. This is the Welsh Dragon. I'm not sure. There are two of these £1. I'm going to talk about those in depth in their own little video about the pound coins. Basically, the 50p's and the £2 have the same thing in common. These being the Olympic one. This is the high jump, obviously. When they had the Olympics back in 2011. They released a lot of these. These are quite collectible. I have two swimmers, but I think it's the other swimmer that is worth a bit more, where the face is obscured. These could be worth more than 50p. I'm not saying that these ones are, but in a good condition to the right person at the right time. You can also see what coins have sold for on eBay, looking in the advanced search. I may do a video on the actual 50p's all on their own, but as I said, there's all different ones. The most recent one I picked up was this one here, even though it's 1998, and it is 50 years of the NHS. So coin that's quite so old, it still looks almost relatively new. That one could be worth slightly more, because some of these 50p's taken out of circulation, so they only made so many of them. Not particularly valuable, but still starting bids at say 99p post and packaging, so that's a few pounds. You just never know. Obviously some of them are worth more, like the Kew Gardens. I did have one, but I before I even found out, I gave it to the person at the counter, and I was like, looked at it, thought, oh, that's a nice design on there. Gave it to her, and then it was a few weeks later I saw something about the Kew Gardens, about how they're going for £25-30 or something like that, and I was like, oh my gosh, I had one of those. I haven't seen one in my change, and they have gone up. Now they're probably about £50 to £80. Some of these, as I said, haven't got that many of these 50p's. All of these are probably worth more than the actual 50p in relatively good condition. Who knows what someone will pay for them to complete a collection of all the 50p's. So it's something to look out for. I'm not really that fussed, it's just something fun and games as well. There are Facebook pages and stuff with people trading them, and some they say, oh, that's like £1 or something for it, but certain things, other places people pay more. I'm not saying you should pay a fortune for these coins. They're not going to make you instantly rich unless you find a lot of Kew Gardens. And here's like a World Wildlife 50p, I think it is, all the different animals on. They're worth like more than 50p for sure. Those ones, I think they are probably one of the next popular ones, and that's what my daughter found in her change, so that's hers, not mine. And obviously there's commemorative coins, which you can pick up, but maybe over time they might go up in more value. But these were all picked up by my partner to commemorate these events. So, and now in my daughter's collection, Charles and Diana's wedding. Fond memories of that, because I was in Wales at the time. Prince Charles is the Prince of Wales. They had street parties for the children, and I remember when they came and visited Bangor, and I saw them in their horse-drawn carriage. It was a big day for a little boy. So yeah, back onto obviously the silver. These are my UK Lunas, £2 face value. Not everyone who might be watching this video about UK coins may think, oh, what's this? £2? That's not money. But this is real money. This is real money. As you can see over here, we have a lot of paper, fiat. £20. Could theory buy you one of these. Not £2, £20 there. So anyhow, in 10 years, what I could buy with this £20, well, what I could buy now with this £20, I could buy this. Yeah? Or I could buy something else. Or I could put it in my bank and leave it there, like some people do. But whatever I bought with this £20, I bet you in 10 years time you can't buy it for £20. It'll be £30 or £40 or whatever it was you wanted to buy then will be more in the future. Whereas this silver will buy you that same thing. This will be worth £40 or the £30. Who knows? Could be worth more without taking any numismatic value, because obviously these do have numismatic value. These are my actual handling coins that I use to handle, but I do have silver and gold coins. Those who watch my channel will know these are UK Lunas, a series of coins from the Royal Mint. Cost more than the price of a standard Britannia or the cheapest silver you could get in the UK, but this is real money, and in the future this will be worth, purchase wise, that it was. So if it cost me, say, 50 of these silver pieces, for instance, to buy a house 20 years ago, it will still cost me 50 pieces now to buy a house. I know that's not probably an exact figure, but it's the concept. However much it was that time ago, this money deflates. It goes down in value. It still stays £20, but you just can't buy as much of it. Inflation. Where this hedges against inflation. So this is what I'm mainly about. So I was thinking about, is it worth me collecting these £2, or should I just get rid of them and use them to buy silver with as well? So that's like the main thing about the fiat, that these round pounds, you know, obviously are legal tender and stuff. They're bringing out, as I said, a 12-sided one. I think you can use them in the shops and the banks and stuff till October, and then they cease to become legal tender, which means you can't use them. If they're in perfect condition, I would say I would keep them. As I said, I'm going to do a separate video on that. But the point being, yeah, you have to use these before a certain date. Otherwise, well, I guess you can still change them at the Bank of England, or can you? Because on, say, the actual money, it says, as we all know, I promise to pay the bearer on demand a sum of £20. Now, I wonder what £20 is. It'd be funny to go in there and ask, excuse me, what is £20? Can I have the sum of £20, please? Because it's got that on it. There's a place in the Bank of England. If that became not legal tender anymore, no one took it, you can go to the Bank of England, to the exchange desk, and they'll give you a £20 note. That's legal tender. Say with the old £5 notes, soon they brought in this new polymer note, so the old £5 notes have been taken out of circulation. You'd have to go to some banks might accept them, but they're not legally bound to, but you can go to the Bank of England. So for this one, it says on it, I promise to pay the bearer a sum of £5. But on a coin, it doesn't say, I promise to pay you anything. I haven't looked into whether the Bank of England will accept these pound coins back after, which I'm going to look into for the actual video about the pound coins. See, these don't have any actual silver content in them. As I said, they are commemorative coins, and I tend not to buy these sort of coins. Find it a bit of a pitfall. Yes, some can go up in value. On a whole, sometimes they kind of lose a bit of value. It all depends. Sometimes it is better to get these sort of coins in with the metal content, with silver. Yeah, still lovely coins. As I said, there's different types of stackers. I'm not really a collector type of stacker. I mean, I do collect the dragons, but I have a plan for the dragons. Everything I look at with silver and gold and stuff, purely for investment and to get a return back. I may do a video about this for UK stackers. There's a wealth of information out there, and some of it applies, some of it doesn't. It's down to location. It might not help everyone. I really do like these UK lunar coins. The designs, apart from the new rooster. I don't know whether I'm going to get any roosters, but I may do complete the sets that I've got going. Sometimes it's just down to the quality. They had little scratches or little imperfections or whatever on the coins before I even started handling these. The Raw Mint do seem to have a lot of issues as well regarding quality. A lot of people have been talking about spots and stuff and whatever. Yeah, maybe that's something we have to accept, but accepting bullion that's got scratches all on the Queen's face when they're selling it for semi-numismatic value, but then they are quite nice designs. But they changed also the reverse on the rooster and made it that speckled. Why change it halfway through a series? The Raw Mint, I don't know, they just seem to be half hot. I'm sick of the Queen side on all these coins. The Queen's everywhere. She's on the money, on the fiat. Let's have a look more. She's just everywhere, isn't she? You know what I mean? It's like the Queen's B series, obviously bringing out the dragon, and so I guess it's 2 a year, so the series will take 5 years to complete, which is actually better than 10 years. Hopefully the Queen will still probably be here by the time the series ends, because it'd be quite funny having a series, wouldn't it? And then you've got one and then a new king, I guess, because it'll probably be a king. It'll be Charles or the other one maybe. So the beautiful sound of silver. So yeah, so I'll give you a quick little look. Yeah, I'll give you a quick little look at the actual 50p's. This is Squirrel from Peter Rabbit series, I guess that one. So then the Scouts, Be Prepared, Arcala, I will do my best. See how good that one is compared to the others, you see? You can just see it, it's like a gleaming example. Battle of Hastings. I've got 2 Battle of Britons. One is Magna Carta, which is our kind of the UK's constitution. A lot of people don't know much about the Magna Carta. I think it is the Magna Carta. I could be wrong. I don't know everything about these. As I said, I could check up, but that takes time and stuff. Obviously these are the Commonwealth Games, 50p's. And then we go on to the pounds, bridges. Quite a few of those now. To the newer ones that I've picked up, as you can tell the difference. These two seem to be the ones that are going for quite good money at the moment. Obviously not good condition these. You can't really see the detail anymore on the actual round bits. One being the London and the other one in Edinburgh. Then we've got the Welsh coins, which there is 2 different Welsh coins. The head's different on the Queen, 2000 with the bigger head and the skinny head. There it is. See, it's got a smaller head. Yeah, so different years, 2000, 1995. And then on to the £2. I may do a video. King James Bible. That's St Paul's Cathedral, Brunel. Your Country Needs You. That one's for the Rugby World Cup. The most recent ones are the Shakespeare's. I haven't got the other one, the third one. But I have quite a few crowns. I haven't actually been given any recently. Lighthouse, Trinity House. Look out for these ones that have pictures on the back, as they could be worth more than the actual value of the £2. Some of them depends on the condition, maybe just worth the face value. But anything in decent condition probably, is worth slightly bit more. You just never know what people are prepared to pay for a certain coin that's rarer than others. We'll try and do a picture of what are rarer coins to look out for, and sort of a guide sort of thing that is available on the internet. A lot nicer than the standard 50p's. We've got the wildlife ones there. Winston Churchill. Yeah, there's probably getting on for almost £100 in cash in this useless, worthless money, really. Is it really worth £1? If you melt it down, is it worth £1? Maybe one day.